Hello, Eternum, and welcome to KOTT News, Eternum's #1 source for news. And this is the War Report. Dynamic change in the history of Eternum last night as the forces of server number 187, Healer, successfully ransack the harvesting and production facilities of First Light. And the forces of Rogue Reavers finally break through and become a sitting great house in the peat moss oil fields of Weaver's Fin. We caught up with company leadership on the steps of City Hall to discuss how things went. Well, congratulations on your victory, finally claiming a region in the name of the Rogue Reavers. How do you feel about it?
Oh, really good, and I couldn't have fought a harder company to get this territory.
Yeah, they are no joke. Is there anybody whose efforts out there you would like to highlight?
On opposition, it's just their whole team. The way they just were performing their wipes, their strikes, everything was on point. And then as far as our offense, working well with Terry or Grant from Lords of Hotan, had some solid players. Me to thank, and then obviously my own company. So just a real pleasure getting them in there. They actually can do.
Yeah, you guys have been growing for weeks and weeks, and now here you are standing atop as a great house on the server. What are your plans now that you have control of Weaver's Fin?
I think we need to keep the oil flowing and try and get some more people to come visit this lovely area.
Last night's Festival of the Campfire event was won by Windsward, where revelry broke down into mass conflict as the participants began to remember what the second and third day of the week were like last year. Miscellaneous groups of all factions, new and old, were involved in the mass skirmishes around the campfires last night. All in all, a fun time had by all. Turning to the weather, and the advanced warning Doppler radar forecast station in Morningdale indicates 0 corruption invasions inbound. But you know the weather, so all first responders are on telephone standby for now. 3 submissions for Simulated Fantasy Combat Resolution tonight, brought to you by LARPco. Remember, if it isn't LARPco, it's cardboard. Up first, the Syndicate forces of Unlimited Liability Corp assault the Covenant forces of Here Be Monsters for control of the master fishing port town of Reekwater. Unlimited Liability Corp make another attempt to secure land on the island, or rather swamp, as they attempt to secure the Lazarus and Siren Waypoint hamlet. But the forces of Here Be Monsters stand ready to defend the hamlet in order to maintain control of the experience-rich port town, as well as its gypsum kiln. Then, the Covenant forces of Trap Chat attack the marauders of Yig Dodgers for Crown and Kingdom of the Western Monarch's Bluff. Recently deposed from the woods of Brightwood, the Great House of Trap Chat decide to try out a beachfront hamlet and come to displace the marauders from the scenic vista of the bluff. But once again, we have a factional representative bearing writs of lineage to the Reckoning, and in accordance with the Week 1 Accords, are lawfully recognized owners of the monarchy. In the nightcap, the Covenant forces of Hard Stucks assail the Syndicate forces of Cree Specs Crafting Company for control of the secondary oil reserves of Cutlass Keys. The newcomers of Hard Stuck make their pilgrimage to the Keys with writ of lineage to the Church of Disrespect, and they're demanding the Keys be turned over in accordance with the Week 1 Accord. But the forces of Cree Specs Crafting Company are Syndicate, who were the first to claim the island as a whole, but they also drafted the Week 1 Accords, and no one ever pays attention to that anyways. We'll have the outcomes and reactions from the citizens tonight at 11. Until then, this has been War Correspondent JChalant, KOTT News.